How's it going, guys? Panther Films here. Today we're going to be reacting to episode 3 of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. This episode is titled By, as in years gone by. I kind of wish they did it for the first episode, but I think it kind of works with the context of like the last two, right? Gone, Rick's been gone for so long, years have passed for Rick type of thing, right? But yeah, last episode was mainly a Michonne-centric episode, focusing on what she's been up to since season 10. This new group she came across, which is basically like a caravan, which is always on the move, and she met Nat, Aiden, and Bailey, and she formed a bond with these three characters, enough for them to leave their community behind and go on Michonne's suicide mission, as Nat called it, and they ended up dying because they got too close to Philadelphia. A CRM helicopter saw them, killed everyone with chlorine gas, except Nat. Nat was the only survivor, and Michonne. Their lungs were damaged and they stayed cooped up for... There's no definitive answer, but I'd say a year at best. But Michonne managed to get to the place that she read about in the clipboard about Bridges Terminal. Or not the clipboard, was it a book or something like that? She got to Bridges Terminal. She found out where the boat was somehow. I know people said it could be like a storm that kind of made it wash up. Maybe Okafor took the boat, but it's just like, it ends up at the island Michonne ends up at. Like, I don't know. It's just too convenient. But outside of that, let's not like get into the negatives there. We obviously saw Michonne's perspective of Vic's chopper coming down. Nat made some weapons that destroyed the chopper, which is a little bit far-fetched considering he hit it 3 times consistently. The first one being a dud, apparently, which is what hit Okafor. The first half was fine, but it's just like, I don't really care about these characters because like, I have a feeling they're just going to die anyway. Like, they had writing signs that they were going to die, and they did. And I did kind of find it annoying that they took us out of the reunion scene, but I understand why they did it, because we need to see Michonne's perspective. Like, you have a Vic episode, then a Michonne episode. But now they're together. Nat was killed. Still pisses me off. He was such a cool character. But yeah, Vic and Michonne have reunited. Vic's trying to protect Michonne, and Michonne has to lie to the CRM. She's managed to get in. She's a consignee. And basically Michonne found out about Vic's hand, and she didn't tell him about RJ. I understand why, though. Because, like, it just overloaded him, to be honest. But then, right at the end, we had Michonne playing with the lighter that Nat had, that says danger on it, like basically symbolizing that she's gonna fucking destroy everything, even though it's not possible. But that's how the episode ended for Michonne. For Vic, it ended with Jadis finding out about Michonne being in the CRM, or the Civic Republic, and she basically flirted with him, threatened him, and then asked what the fuck he was doing. A lot of people want her dead. I'm not surprised, to be honest, but I feel like we need to know what this long-standing deal is between them, because she mentioned that at the end of last episode. So we'll just have to see. That basically sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
Don't show them who you are.
What I am.
A leader. Hide it.
Out there a long time by myself.
I do like how different Michonne, or Dana, has become. Like, when she first arrived at the governor's base, she wasn't subtle at all. Or Woodbury. Oh, we get a flashback. More Vic flashbacks. Wait, Okafor could actually show up here. How many years is it? Like, year 1, year 2, maybe?
Hey, can you pass me a napkin?
Jadis. We're gonna learn about what their deal is.
They're gonna save you.
Oh. The camera quality difference from the main show to this is so weird.
My people and I, when I had people, we were approached by one of them. They proposed a resource exchange. We would hold them and give them to the CRM.
Nice exposition dump. For what?
I've been a regular at this place for a month, so that whenever your orientation happened, I would be here.
I mean, the hair's much better hair than it is in the future.
You can talk to me, Rick.
You brought me somewhere. I can't leave.
Could have chosen to let you die on the riverbed. CRM doesn't take chances. But I did.
Why aren't you working consignment? Me. Right, me. Giving them me.
This place has a 500-year plan.
500-year plan?
World.
I'm going home.
Follow your bliss, Rick. But I did save your life.
I mean, she did. Whether it was for selfish reasons or not, she still saved him. Like, we wouldn't be able to have a reunion if he was dead. Hours ago.
You heard? There's a woman who saved me, and I don't want them to send her away.
Why?
For Okafor.
Why are you here, Rick?
I mean,
Are you a part of this?
50-50.
I told him just before.
He was in. Why do I have a feeling she's got like a thing for Vic?
Thinking about killing me.
I will.
Oh, no you won't. I mean, you said that to Negan about 50 times, but then you didn't do it.
Our fates are bound. You, Michonne, me. We would never stop looking for you, ever. And I would know where you are and kill all of you.
Yeah, but what if someone survives the bombings and shit? You know?
In the event of my untimely demise, I just put a little file among my possessions telling them everything they need to know about you.
So it's not going to be as easy as just killing her. Why would she tell him that, though?
You know that can't be had.
Jesus.
She doesn't belong here.
Then she shouldn't have come here.
It's fucking acting, dude.
If you try with her, everyone back home dies.
Why? Why?
Security.
Is there a deal to be made? Clean it up.
No.
There's always deals with you, Jadis.
They suspect that she's an A, but they still let her in.
You didn't threaten me or the people I loved before when I told you I was gonna get away. What changed?
She's her.
You two together? You can do anything.
I mean, I guess. So what you're saying is Vic's incompetent without Michonne. Yeah, that makes sense, like, he's a fucking dumbass. He should have escaped much earlier, but he sat out in the middle of the open. See? I said it, they'd have both of them on the fucking title.
But there is so much I don't know yet about the people here. He's been trying to come home all this
Grimes.
time.
I'm playing the music again.
They can't stop us.
You out there a while?
Yeah. Were you?
Yep.
Dana. Bethune.
Before this, I was eating crickets and sleeping in a tree. Oh. Disruption charges. So where are you? 3-day or 6-day?
Why don't you guess and tell me later?
3. You radiate shit knowing.
How did they...
Heads up, we got 9 kills, 9 kills.
How did they not die? Michonne... She did that in front of soldiers, dude.
You know your shit.
Michonne, you got... Oh, Dana, you gotta be careful. She's always got a little bit of a smile on her face when she sees him.
Major Donald Okafor had a wife.
That he killed.
He could have made sure he'd see her again. But he dropped those bombs. Some of you know what this sword means to me.
I don't.
But the truck was caught in some of the bombings by our former illustrious Air Force. And I found it, and it saved my life. I believe you can draw a straight line between his sacrifice and Donald Okafor's sacrifice.
Surprised there's even a fucking coffin for him. His whole body exploded.
I was smoking in the sun when this helicopter found me. It lowered Okafor down. Thought he was a mirage.
Stop with the exposition, just fucking show us it.
Said I could either come with him to save the world, or he would have to kill me. After I tried to kill him, he had his gun. He still didn't shoot me. Who is he not to pull the trigger? The man who changed everything for me is dead.
Yeah.
Maybe I was right the first time. Major General, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me yet. I warned him you two weren't going to be worth the trouble, but he made a mission to prove me wrong. I keep thinking pharmacon, meaning both poison and the cure.
Poison and the cure.
I gave it to Okafor, too. Wasn't sure about him either. But with him, the sky was the limit, yes? Thorne, I need to speak with you privately. Let's take a ride.
Take Vic. I want to see more of Beale.
I'm Command Sergeant Major Thorne now.
Oh shit.
told me everything. Gave me the full briefing. Beale said that they're all going to be there. Every senior officer.
I mean, they said this right in episode 1.
He also asked me about Kosaini Bethune. She's on his radar. I'm moving up and I can't have her pull me down. I just need you to know that.
She won't. I'll make sure.
You will. Thank you
Don't throw the glass.
for listening, Rick.
Don't do it.
And for this.
She's changed. She's developed. She didn't throw the glass.
No salute.
She's going to be a problem.
You didn't see what I saw.
Yeah, they bombed Omar.
Good night, Sergeant Major.
Good night.
Them all being at the briefing is probably an easy way for Vic to take them out, right? I feel like it'd be heavily defended, though. There's no way. He's got a spare jacket. Damn, there's a lot of them going on. Disruption charges. Did he always do it at that time, though? I think he's planning another escape. Obviously. Is nobody gonna suss out Vic? He's like the only one that doesn't have his helmet on.
We gotta move fast. Disruption charges brought out more of the dead. Tonight's will bring even more.
I mean, we know they're not going to escape this episode, there's no way. Tell them I'm sorry.
After post-task health check, go to
Music.
Kosaini Fit. I left you a little something.
Oof. Oh, that's how she gets a sword, okay. Nearly time. There it is. Wait, I mean Vic's just ahead, right? Ugh. Oh. Ugh. There's a boat. Made it look like her, right? He's not her. Like, even if you let Michonne go, Jadis is gonna know.
If you don't go, you'll never get away. I love you forever. If you love me, you'll go.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, he makes sense, to be fair, but that is just not in Michonne. She's not just gonna leave.
State your business, soldier.
She's gone. And you're helping me make her stay gone.
Wait, that doesn't make sense, because if they're gonna be mad about Vic escaping, nobody leaves, right? But if Michonne leaves, she's gonna know about the CRM. And that's not what Jadis wants, right? That doesn't make sense.
I can't kill you. People are a resource. You're part of this now. Our fates are bound.
Negan said that.
Story is she fell, hit her head on the rocks. Walkers got her.
If you do want to make your dream come true, kill me while we're nose to nose. I already left them all the answers you don't want them to have. You say you did it for her, but I wonder if there isn't something else that's keeping you here? I did save your life.
Stop it.
You're a hero with a shit haircut.
True. Why did I feel like that was improv?
You're in real trouble now, Sergeant Major.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Michonne. How'd she get back in? I guess she just walked back. I mean, she's pissed. Obviously.
Help me make my case. Thing is, she doesn't look like someone who relies on others for safety.
I've just got that season 3 look now.
Head into the right, we can talk.
The fuck?
The only way I wasn't killed was one man saving my life over and over. You need someone on the inside. I'm there for you.
Yeah, but wouldn't they go after Michonne, though? Like, Jadis doesn't want Vic to leave. I guess because Vic knows more than Michonne does.
But if you love me, you go.
Like, she's not going to leave. After all this time, she's not going to leave. Like, if she loves you, she'd save you. I mean, I can't blame him here. He is in, like, a very tough situation.
Someone told me I had to know when to go.
Someone told me. Not, you're not going to say nah.
But I couldn't do it without the brave man. Maybe I should have.
Oh, well, it's kind of like Full circle.
That it could have replaced us.
Wool supply.
I found something.
Okay, wait. This is what I want to know. Who did this? Does he know Japanese?
You're the one who drew me.
Always you and the girl. He asked me to draw, but I could never get it right for him.
Carl. His name was Carl.
It took 3 years before he'd say names. He said he wanted the drawings for until he saw you again. I told him...
I know what you told him.
You have to believe a little bit longer.
Believe a little bit longer?
So why did he write it in Japanese though? That's the only thing that's a bit questionable. At least we know it wasn't Vic that did it. That part always confused me.
You know Sergeant Major Grimes, obviously.
In more ways than you can think.
Is that life not for you?
Do I have a choice?
Stop. Michonne. Oh shit, it's the stadium.
What the city would have become if it wasn't for one man. You emerged from the woods and saved someone very important. Friendship seems like something that doesn't exist out here.
I'm a survivor.
Survivor wouldn't run out of the woods to save a man who was about to have his throat cut.
Yeah.
I was looking for people. It didn't seem...
Didn't seem what?
It didn't seem right. He was on the ground. Helpless.
Him? I can't imagine him ever being helpless.
I mean, he was just in a helicopter crash.
But he was about to die if I wasn't there.
True. If it wasn't Michonne, he'd be dead.
You are here because of me. You'll ask, what happened here?
What the fuck?
Seek justice based on a feeling in your gut.
Vic's about to...
But what if I told you that there is only one way to get those answers?
You would give me the answers.
A chance very few get.
I would say...
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just going to drop the knife. Okay. I'll put the holster the knife. Yep.
Sergeant Major.
And if she said no, you'd kill her?
Ensure she's properly equipped. You drew your sidearm.
You drew your knife. I was ready to back you up, and she's not running for the river. You can bring her along.
I am not going to be responsible for a vulnerability.
She knew Vic pulled out his gun.
I'm not Okafor.
A part of me thinks it would be better if Okafor was still alive. It'd just make it a lot more engaging, I feel like. Holy shit. What the fuck? This is Walking Dead.
Expanded resources and intel operations along the west coast. We have a significant sink breach on the perimeter bars with scatters already incurring. It's 200 plus incoming delts moving towards the
200?
breach. So we are going to move the delts.
Wait, is Michonne a frontliner? She's got the colours.
Do we allow the plan to get set back?
No, ma'am.
One soldier takes the RGM through the breach. I want you off the line on cleanup. Things go sideways, you get lost in the fog. Don't panic. You hit that button, and any CRM helicopter within 300 miles can come find you.
300 miles?
I don't agree with Okafor on everything. But he led from the ground up.
Yeah, Fawn's gonna be a problem.
More incoming blocking the way.
We need to clear that now!
What is that weapon? I mean, it's stuck. Is it like a nail gun, kinda? Michonne? Oh. I mean, that's a pretty smart weapon.
Let's go.
That's cool. Okay, it reminds me of season 7. You know, when they were mowing down all the fucking walkers on the highway. Oh no, it's gonna alert them all. Boom, right. It is exactly like season 7. Yeah. Hey, behave. Behave, the pair of you. But someone could see you. I mean, fuck it.
They'll find us. They will.
Yeah, well, you need a better plan. Like, it needs to be a very good plan. Or Vic could just tell her about Jadis. Like, Jadis is going to be a problem. Hey, what did she do? No, don't be pulling a Shane. This is what Shane did. I mean, there's no way. She's not going to die. Fuck off. Fawn's going to get bit.
10 delts left. 10 delts left.
She's going to be a problem. We need to take care of that.
She went rogue and you followed. How many others are going to do that?
Wanted you to win. That's why I did what I did. Listen, maybe it was too early for her.
We need to take care of this. Us. Take the consignee back. I don't want to see it again. I'll give you a pass this time, Grimes, because you did help eliminate a couple of hundred delts.
Easy work for Vic. He took out like probably like 300-400 just on the bridge alone. Yo, what kind of fucking shot is this? Holy shit.
Home sweet home.
Oh.
No more day and a half.
Isn't Michonne here?
You should come take a look at my quarters.
Stop! Fucking flying. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh, there it is. She saw me.
Jesus. It doesn't matter. If I have to knock you out, I'll put you on that goddamn boat myself.
Jesus.
Everything we had is broken. You hear me?
Oh, she's going. Vic, don't. I get why he's trying to keep her safe, but like, he's going about it all wrong. Look how pissed she is. She's pissed. Is Vic gonna get in another helicopter crash? Why are they flying back in this? What did she know? What did you?
I don't know if we'll be back.
What? What the fuck? I mean, shit, they must have had a parachute, right?
What is this place?
We needed a timeout.
We need to go back. We do.
Oh shit, is that from the trailer? The helicopter shooting at the building? Wait! Oh, I feel like next episode could be pretty fucking good. Like, you could have the rocket hits the building collapses, and then they're stuck under the building and they have to try and get out, and then the CRM assume they're dead. Also, I don't think it's just me, but that building that they're in, why does that look like Michonne's apartment from season 4? But yeah, another episode down, and I will say, it might be my favourite one so far. And I think it's mainly because of where the story's at. Like, episode 1 and episode 2 were just kind of showing us, okay, what's going on with Rick, what's going on with Michonne, and then we had them both reunite, and then we got a little bit out of last episode. But this episode, well, I don't know, like, writing-wise it was really good, minus the exposition stuff. Surprisingly, the episode was pretty funny. I don't know why. Like, the haircut thing, the the ending, like, very weird ending. Like, she fucking grabs it and then jumps out of the helicopter. I mean, I assume they've got parachutes. It looked like she had something on her. But it's interesting that they'd have parachutes. Like, they knew the helicopter was going to go down. Well, if they knew the helicopter was going to go down, why didn't they just fucking not fly it in the middle of a storm? Like, I don't get that logic. Or is it going to be something like they're not actually that high up and they end up landing in, like, a river? Some stupid shit like that. I hope we do see what happens at the beginning of next episode, because if they just skip over it, then Jesus. But yeah, this episode did kind of do what I was expecting. Like, I knew there'd be conflict between Michonne and Vic. It seems like there's more inner conflict with Vic, because he's, you know, I feel like he wants to keep Michonne safe, but at the same time he also wants to escape, but he can't do both. It's one or the other, right? However, next episode's going to be Michonne convincing Vic that they can do it. And in a way, they've technically managed to escape now, right? Like, they're out. They just need to get back. We don't know where they are, though. They could be anywhere. But yeah, I'm not really 100% sure where the summit base is from Philadelphia, like, distance-wise. At least a day and a half, right? Based on what Jade has said. I'm glad they acknowledged this. The button Vic pressed in episode 1, we knew it signaled the helicopters, right? But this episode confirmed, like, the distance. 300 miles? Why specifically 300 miles? I guess because of the fuel, but I don't know, man. Like, isn't Washington isn't that far from Philadelphia. So what if there's a situation, like, right now they're out. What if they escape and get close to Alexandria, but then, let's say Jadis finds them, right? Because she'd probably go to that area anyway just to find Vic, right? She signals the helicopters. But she's killed, but the signal still went out, so the helicopters are coming, and then they're going to find her body, and then they're going to find her file, and then it's going to end with Alexandria being bombed. I'm only just basing that off what Carol said in Daryl Dixon. Like, she sounded a bit too down. You know, something like disappointing or sad happened, but she didn't want to tell Daryl. Because even Daryl was like, are you okay? So that's the scene that's kind of sticking with me. Like, what happened Did Vic only come back? Did Michonne die? Did Michonne come back and Vic died? I just don't think this show's going to have a happy ending. Because we had the happiness with them reuniting, right? Or, they do have a chance to just bomb all the higher-ups at the CRM. I hope not, though, because that would just be too easy and a bit too lazy for the writers to be like, oh yeah, we'll just blow them all up. Like, after all that build-up of the CRM and you just blow them all up in one building, like, I don't know about that. The reason I keep saying that show's going to end in a pretty depressing ending is because it's Walking Dead and it's a love story. I've said it before, the biggest love stories end in tragedy. And that's why I think this show's going to have a tragic ending. But a bit of hope there too with a reunion. But yeah, we finally found out who drew them pictures for Vic. Not sure why he did it in Japanese though, like believe a little bit longer. Like why write that in Japanese? Don't know. But it works. And I do like how we just instantly recognise Michonne. And they mentioned Carl, which, it's been a while. And Vic said, the painting wasn't right and stuff. And I think that's mainly because, he wants a perfect image of Carl. Or something like that. Or maybe he's forgotten, because for Vic, it's been a long time since he was lost around Carl's grave, And also, the crazy thing is, and another crazy thing is that he spent more time in the CRM than he has with Michonne. Which is kind of wild to think about. For 6 years, he was so, focused on getting back to her, and then she finally finds him. He's, happy, but then he's also conflicted, because it's now you're in danger. He was fucking harsh this episode, but I understand what he's doing. He's got to keep her safe. But she's not playing it smart. She really isn't. And she kind of did this in season 3 with the governor. She wasn't... she was smart, but she was going about it too aggressively. Vic's just literally in a fucking hard place right now. That's why he's been saying these things to Michonne. He needs her to leave, right? Because he wants her to be safe. What we had is broken. Michonne doesn't believe that. She knows he's been, brainwashed, or he's just in this weird state of mind. But, I do feel like there's a bit of evidence to say that he's just fully on board with everything now, because it's been 6-7 years for him. Right? He spent more time in the CRM than he did with the group. And he did say with Okafor he was in, but Michonne's going to pull him out, and hopefully it all goes well. But why do I have a feeling he's going to just do the same thing again? I'm going to, betray Michonne. It can't just be as simple as, they talk it out and then they both leave. There needs to be more to it than that. I mean, it could easily be that, but there needs to be more juicy shit. I also find it weird that we're 3 episodes in and Beale hasn't really done much. He's been in 3 scenes, right? The scene with Vic on the bench, Okafor's funeral, and then talking to Vic and Thorne. And that was it. He was a bit threatening this episode, though, with the way he kind of talked down to Vic. So hopefully, he gets a bigger role, or they'll just kill him off in, the briefing. Because I have a feeling they're going to do something with that. Why set that up? They're all going to be in one place. That's such a perfect opportunity for them to blow it up. You kill all the higher-ups, nobody would go looking for Vic. I also love how Jada just keeps flirting with Vic. And I do like that they acknowledge that you can't just kill her. Right? Because she's got a file. I don't know why she'd tell him that. If he just killed her there and then, Alexandria would be fucked anyway. Everyone wants her dead, in the Walking Dead community, and I'm like, nah, it can't be that easy. It's like the Negan situation. If you kill Negan, who takes over? Simon. Right? And then Simon was arguably worse than Negan, because he was just going to kill everyone anyway. I do like that they brought up what Negan said in Season 8. People are a resource. I do find it weird, though, when they always, show flashbacks to the main show. They did it in last episode, too, but it's just weird. Because, the camera quality is so different. I understand why, because they did film cameras for the main show for, the first 10 seasons, and then, the last season and a half, they did digital. It's so weird when you compare them both, because, the digital looks clean as fuck, and then you've got film where it's just grainy. But it added to it. It made it work for Walking Dead, the gritty look. Yeah, some of these shots in this episode were fucking great. We're actually seeing new locations. It's not just the woods again. Even though we did get that this episode, we did see the woods. We can never not get the woods in The Walking Dead, but I'm glad we actually are getting like new locations, like great shots. Like we're just seeing more of the environment. Like I feel like, especially at the beginning of the episode with the flashback stuff, it does feel similar to Commonwealth. Like where we're not seeing a lot of the community, but it slightly feels bigger because of the shots. And I think that was Commonwealth's biggest problem. It was always the same like location, like the same street over and over again. And then the final like 2 episodes actually expanded on Commonwealth and made it bigger than what it was. But I have a feeling they're not really going to do that with CRM, because I assume next episode isn't really going to be in the CRM. Episode 5 probably won't be. Episode 6 probably won't be. I could see 4, 5, and 6 being their escape. Like 1, 2, and 3. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. 1, 2 is them reuniting. 3 and 4 is them coming up with a plan, right? And the conflict between them both, which was this episode. And the next episode is them coming to terms with everything and making a plan. And then episode 5 and 6 is their escape. But is it really as easy to just jump out the helicopter? Like, I feel like Vic could have done that at any point then. I mean, Michonne definitely acted on instinct at the end there, but I feel like it was a good plan, because now, like, how's a helicopter supposed to find them? Granted, I know one does based off the promo, because it, and the trailer for this season, because it shoots at, like, the building that they're in. So, they know they're in there. I don't know why they just open fire on Vic, though. Like, surely they want Vic alive, right? Unless now it's just like they want Vic dead. Like, because Okafor's dead now, like, they just want to take Vic out. Because Okafor was the reason Vic was still alive, right? So if they see Vic trying to escape again, they'll just kill him. I loved how pissed Michonne looked. Just reminded me of season 3. Like how she was always like kind of side-eyeing the governor and stuff, and she was giving that treatment to Vic. And the way she pulled off his fucking helmet, and then Vic just backed away. What the fuck? That's what I mean, like, this episode just felt like it was serious, but it felt like a comedy. Like, I couldn't take it, like, too seriously. Also, like, what is Thorne doing? Shane 2.0? Like, it's literally what Shane was going to do to Vic in the first season. He aimed his gun at Vic, and then Dale noticed him. And she almost did it twice. Like, she pulled out a knife, and then Vic pulled out his gun. And she knew Vic pulled out his gun. Thorne did. So, like, she's going to be a problem. I think she's been, like, fully brainwashed, especially now that she knows what the CRM is doing. I want to know what the full plan is. I mean, Jada said that they've got a 500-year plan if the community doesn't collapse, but I don't see how it would. The community's too big. There's just no way they can take it all over. It's either going to be like an uprising revolution thing, like Vic and Michonne have to expose what's going on, or they kill the leaders, and then the community, like, just sticks to themselves, I guess, or they escape. Right, like that's the only 3 options that we have. And I just don't think killing all the higher-ups would fix the problem. Because you've still got like 2,000 like frontliners or whatever, right? So, I don't know. The community's like 200,000 people in it, with a lot of civilians, obviously. So you don't want to put them in danger because they're just living their lives, which is crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure people like getting ice cream and stuff. I mean, to be fair, it was like that in the Commonwealth. But it's just weird when you see that in The Walking Dead, especially since, like, if you go back and watch season 1, that's what this show's making me want to do. Like, I want to go back and rewatch, like, the whole show again and just see, like, the journey these characters have been on. Because it's just crazy, like, when you look at season 1 and where it all started with this small band of survivors into what we have now, a massive military force. Which, by the way, is original, wasn't in the comics. I mean, I guess the closest you could say is a Commonwealth, but the Commonwealth in the show and the comics isn't that great. I think it was slightly better in the show. It's just the only problem with it in the show is we didn't get a lot of it. Like, we got a bit of it, but it should have been more fleshed out. I think it should have been a 2-season storyline. I mean, it basically was, but the Reaper stuff took up too much of season 11. But I think the CRM is, like, the end game for the show universe. And it definitely gets me excited, because at the same time, you've got whatever's going on with Daryl Dixon. There's seeding stuff that could be related to the Civic Republic there. Dead City's interesting, because Dead City's, I guess, set in the future, right? Because, like, Maggie said Hilltop's gone, which maybe that could be a sign that it gets bombed. I know why they're trying to avoid like going back to Hilltop and Alexandria. I don't think we'll get Alexandria, just because they don't have the set anymore. Right, they took down the walls and stuff. And it's like I said, the easiest thing that they could do is just bomb it in the distance. Like a CGI Alexandria in the distance, just bomb it. Because they don't want to show the set up close. And then they've got the studio that they always filmed at where the Commonwealth was and the prison was and stuff. So that could appear. It's just the only thing is Rick doesn't know about Commonwealth. And the last time we saw Judith and RJ, they were at the Commonwealth. Which is why, yet again, why would Carol leave Judith and RJ if Rick or Michonne didn't come back? But going back to the timeline stuff, I assume Daryl is set during this? Or around the same time? Because Michonne spent about maybe a year cooped up with Nat. Timeline-wise, that would probably put it... Actually, I don't know. Where would we be in the timeline right now? The timeline's so fucked. Like, because it got fucked when we had the Here's Negan episode. It said 12 years early, and it was like, wait a minute, that's not right. There's no way it's been 12 years. What? But then you had the 6-month gap in between, like, when the Commonwealth showed up at Alexandria to Daryl being outside Hilltop. There was 6 months there, right, that passed. Then you have, like, maybe the few weeks that pass after that, and then the year time jump. And the year time jump, Vic and Michonne still weren't back. I don't know where this show's set. They fucked up the timeline badly. I don't think they even keep track of the timeline. It's just wild to think that the timeline is... The first 8 seasons are 2.5 years into the apocalypse, maybe 3 years. And then you have the 6-year time jump, and then nobody, like, really important dies in that massive time jump. Like, I just don't buy that. And then when we start seeing the group again, that's when people start to die. There's no way that this is set during the Commonwealth stuff. It can't be. I mean, it could be. I mean, Michonne left maybe like a week, 2 weeks before the Whisperers were dealt with, right? And then there was like another week at best, and then they went to go fight the Reapers, and then there was a 6-month time jump. And then there was a year. So it's a year and 6 months. Wherever this is in terms of the timeline right now, it's probably closer to the end of the main show. It probably could be a situation where like Vic and Michonne get back as Daryl leaves type of thing, which would be funny. Like they see Daryl leave on the bike. Yeah, like I said, really enjoyed this episode. Very excited to see what happens in the next one because, you know, from what I've heard, Denai is writing it and it's considered the best episode. However, I don't trust that because people saying it's the best episode... we'll see. We'll see. I hope it is. I want this show to be good, but I also don't want it to be rushed. And I also do kind of want a season 2. I know people don't want a season 2 because it's like... Having one season would be great, but you can't bring Rick back after 6 years and then just only have him be in 6 episodes. It's just not enough. We need more Vic and Michonne. That basically sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.